I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
What's up, people? Hello, people. Then echo. Oh, at the Padaroma. So, or next time, you know, no about. What's that? Ubisa assembly assembly beside and we are rim kakra. Say, I didn't and say a man do na a side chick assem. And at the package there will say a trosem see we ebrino. At the pay ebrino, a do the assembly and I can say we judge me you. But as some no can see any Bible, no cray or Bible move. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. See, in that day, 7 women would take hold of one man and say, Will you eat our food and provide our clothing? And will you eat our food and provide our own clothing? Only let us be called by your name. Take away our disgrace. Trust him, Isaiah chapter 4 and verse number 1. Eti anyone was said, Angela Siama, junior pastor, awari abrewa grada. Anyone wa?
Na kausla wedi ankase ubiawari sendi. Jai chiki wawari.
And I'm saying anyone wa? Say asebe munti, junior pastor, awari church owner. Ama wanya kwa beso nbuye. Said the woman said, Emre dua ma grada here din keke. As I see Beman Suka reply, ye, and ye dino here. Say, young friend, Mrs. Siama. Or no other Tony Diani, or no other high dine, or no other Tony car, or no other Tony wig, or no other tad, dear here, Mrs. Siama. Now the attraction said, we battle soon said, side chicks, a duma chedi and I made the face work out with you. And
side chicks,
no. Me a duma chedi and I made the account with you. So when you are a side chick, it is a blessing from above.
So, counselor, you need blessing, so you also have a side chick.
Unfortunately for me, the women are blessed to be side chicks. And it is meant for those who can afford. I've not gotten to the stage yet. When my money comes, it will not bypass me. I will go for it. Them just say a man ever than side chicks are. It is a gift from God. And the man knew who saw your side chick. And I Ghana there a poverty alleviation. Anything I get we messy up no. Marani ne dia ye get 10,000. E dia ko boa jamka. I before nyesa we go I before enu ase. E se atwa nesu.
Cause you go ask them so you sure say story no bunya did but yanko. Enti Way any asema about you be sending or matters of the heart. So I say hello, Sibo, I'm pregnant, and my boyfriend thinks he's going to be a father. The truth is, he's not the father of this child I'm carrying, because anytime we had sex, I was in my safe period, and this pregnancy is 3 months old. I was a bit reckless and got drunk at a house party I attended with my friends while my boyfriend had traveled out of the country for a conference in UK. The party was hosted at the countryside house of a very rich man, and it was just his friends and a few of their small boys in quote. My two friends were already dating two of the men, and after everything came to a close, they moved to their individual suites with them. So they connected me to one of them. He told me to just keep him company for the night. I was lonely, so I agreed. And unfortunately, we had unprotected sex. And I was in my danger zone. I really haven't met this man again, but we text and talk once in a while. This man doesn't know he impregnated me. And my boyfriend, on the other hand, is excited that he's going to be a dad. I can't live with this forever. Please help me. Matters of the heart. Abayo purchase wafe flu beye busumu mienzi ni. Na ni boyfriend on no one ase ni pino on no one ni aje. Oze na mano ka che ne na fo echi bia be dada. Now so no kwe wo mpa ne se akola na ehye ne yem. Enye ne boy ne dia. Na se ne esi ye ni. The boy need to kwan se okọ UK. Dwuma mu asemu ya. Okọ conference. Aproko na damfu bi anase ne namfu fo mienu because yani skeni bi pa just as a weekend holiday the fie bi e wo ikurasi bi a just ye kwotwetwe ye house party ona ne nkola aketo e bi the small boys bi echi ye nkọ chile na omukọ omuwie bibia na ne namfu fo mienu no mu
share the page. Please hit the like button. Share the page. Share the page.
Oh, ye nkọ na just
Share. Hit the screen. We'll come back to do our own thing. Let's join the symbol.
No protection. One owns it on you. Now, yeah, say, Papa, no, nimposa or no, now, and I said, Papa, nimpo nimsa one him. Now, Sansona, as I have said, the boy named Nam, it can say, one him or no care. As I say, put the afro 3 months, want to me in Tina, Saki. This year, a branch and I said, Papa, ya on him, no, would you say, or bow baby. Sansona, the boy, you so if he said, or no, baby, eja, ama prayer, sub you, a broad name, the girlfriend, share, now, I want safe period on your ma. Councillor, a summer better yapas.
Wame da se me fa chia kase nkoma etifo ne ahwefo nyina a radio na TV ne ehwe no na me mfa kaibọ kase nso ma ahwefo ne etifo angel ahwefo ne etifo se nyame ya adoma December engage this year no the orgasm conference now called the families conference no ebaso 25th December 2 sessions 24th and 25th panel discussion why people marry people from the diaspora and the marriage doesn't work well. It's a panel discussion. And then the orgasm conference continued the next day. And this year we are doing how to build a family out of a house. Yeah, and new this year. And then orgasm corner, communication in the chamber. How to manage conflict in the chamber. In some young kana demo FMP abonting. And to be ready, a tier for now you discounted and free ticket on Osibo show. Exactly from 1st of December, because Angel for kind you may dear ye didn't well we tear and party on the drive time no matters of the heart phone in a more free ticket about National Theatre 25th December Yamea dum no my kwa yabe conference on ewo this year and let's get ready for it. Well we share at the padano we share because that night lady in red obey nyama bebre ewo krum me da say sebo lokura say letter udi hu komoyi straightforward. And me bisa the pa access on one me adwuma. Meet me Jano Hosa man internasi me and phone send me. And they pay. No could say. Is it normal for a young woman to meet a man and have sex with that person for the first time unprotected? Is it normal? Adipa, help me.
it's not normal.
So should we call that lady weak, foolish, witch, indecisive, or what?
No, depends.
Depends on what?
Then also, I say, oh, she got drunk, right? So, like,
Hear the conversation. She got drunk, but she was told to warm somebody's bed, and I agreed.
I said, no, I ain't lonely.
No, hear the word though. She was drunk, but she was conscious enough to go and warm somebody's lonely bed. So what? Now, with your mind, sorry, you are still conscious. You know you are entering into room 7. So what are we holding brief for? Do you know what I'm saying? Because you see, a lot of children are suffering as a result of the excitement of their mother, who didn't think deep for the future of the child. And the future of every child is determined by the mother. And when you grow up and realize that your father is stupid in society, blame your mother. And when you also grow up and realize that your father is worthy and better in society, celebrated like Benduka, thank your mother for allowing such a man to have sex with her. Because I don't understand where, in this day and age, where we have a lot of cross-infection happening, a young lady who can travel from Accra to a countryside, all right, can go and have sexual intercourse unprotected with a strange man. I know women, you are very deep. I know you have high self-esteem. I know you are smart. But Adipa, why would a woman do this? Is it because Udi Biache? Ana and Wabon Sentia Ujimiaba. Bible Mayati Asia said, na Judah the daughter-in-law Mukan said, Nasiba, or didn't Bama penny man or why now from Bemani Wuye. Or didn't buy a twasu Bama man on any day of big good for ma and Yankupon Kun. Our car said the ballast one in your man and the Balania one for man. Neither who your call Cranasisoko or Quaco Chen in Dino. Or here, Beb or baby, I added the bear marshal or conform no Nasiba area. Again, who would have demo home? A idea so baby as soon. Or beside said, now only me that then now be mammy, or see me by same be cheming grind, and mama will grind be. Or by say, have ye send you a grind, our bedroom, ha. Mammy, I shall so dear Gina so chila said, would you grind about whom with the abdomen? Immediately, and ordinary staff, which means when it comes to sexual intercourse between the male and the female, those who can lose their consciousness deliberately. Amen. Amen. That is why when we are teaching safe period, we teach both men and women. Diana Manaka said, and I didn't know I was where or see, I knew I was in my danger zone. And yes, I'm okay. So what are we talking about? And I'll see on any girl on any boy not dasa, they have never had sex during the safe period. On safe period.
Yes.
So the lady we are discussing here knows what time is it. She has deliberately decided to give the child a worthy father. And for that matter, we need to clap for her.
So oni obia owoska e kwa konya kwasu ishi mu anase ne ne kwa koda
bon semano Yako party. He's going out with this dwarf, this commodity delayer, whose act is to go and do business in UK, come back and buy you necklace. Then she finds herself in a party that is thrown by a rich man at the countryside. Countryside. At the countryside. Then the two girls have their own to keep. One of the friends of this said rich man calls her to warm the bed because she was lonely. Next year said, men don't become lonely. It is only women who are lonely. Anytime a man is lonely, he doesn't need a woman. A man is only in need of a woman when they are alone, not when they are lonely. But women will always be lonely and they need a man. So she was lonely, not tipsy. Knew she was in the red line. Saw an erected male organ. One cache. Akwa nyamaba. And I see papa no nyama no any gusu chatty once a while. Ah.
What? Because say, or say, or no, on can't share papa. Boy, no, so naive. Say, okay, say, time on any die now and any danger zone. And I said, I don't know your account and boyfriend.
Boy, Yankasa, did you all we young Kwalana, Latogin thinking children. And the girl should not be worried about this thing going on because guy now here can ask them. Only locals.
Why? Not your wedding.
Now, I know your wine. I have for no debut. Onye kunu. When your baby a warrior for you kunechi. When your boy be a what you be a dish be a card this one already free. And our we are a home bound for swap. Get in him what time is it to allow pregnancy to happen? Tio, get in him. But she has refused it because or share the future of Nebana. This kind of guy who is going out with her. Onyendu baby at the shaba. But we could share the despite Canadian Japan orientation. What does it? We could tell you, Bemamun Swolly be a Amani Persia. Now, water. Oh, so there are reasons why a woman will go and risk her life for an unwanted pregnancy. Maybe just because she wants to tap through the child into the wealth of a man, which I don't falter her. It's a brilliant idea. It's more sensible than to find young up-and-coming girls who are working and will still go and get pregnancy to come and still take care of the pregnancy by themselves because the man who impregnated them is nothing to be right home about. Say, woman, a prayer topic. Are you serious? How do you allow a prayer topic man to impregnate you? No. Allow a prayer answer to impregnate you.
Counselor, are you advocating that girls your money? Maybe boyfriend was an
that's a prayer topic. Oh. People, go for prayer answer. Don't go for prayer topic.
But answers were one topic.
So when the answer is in, why do you leave the answer and go for the topic? Are you serious?
What are you advocating?
You call it advocacy. That a child is being born into the world where there are rich men, there are poor men, there are struggling men, there are people who don't have what to eat. The same private part of the woman at the back can be carried from Ghana to Ethiopia. They will give her $4. The same thing will be chopped in Ghana. She'll be giving 100 Ghana cedis. The same woman can be carried to Dubai and she goes for $5,000 with a car. She has not changed the engine. It's still the same woman, the private part. If you have such a mind, why will you give it to Galamsey? Why would you hand it over to a mining company?
Counselor, boys not being just say boys are born
no, but what is a poor guy doing around love? Are you wicked? No, you hear people like Rosie wishing to drive Benz, and they are still trekking with a young guy with a Uber mattress. What's wrong with you? This girl had an opportunity, and she knows what time is it. When she was leaving the house, she knew that she was in the danger zone. And at the gathering they are going for, it is not an all night to deal with the devil. But it is an honor to deal with fantasies like that. So if anybody would touch me, no condom, no penetration, because I'm not on contraceptive. But open up to a certain man, regardless of infection, regardless of troubles, and receive a baby. And she's only chatting with the man, has not disclosed to the man I'm pregnant. 3 months. Oh, what a smart girl. I believe she's not a girl.
Counselor, are you not thriving on the infidelity aspect of lady no? Say onye obi wo wa mo hihye said that yambe wa no twa
Can you please apologize? Can you please apologize to listeners that you use the word infidelity? Are you serious? Do you know what is infidelity? Do you know what is infidelity? But obi worry or no adi akoyin worry or the free on wale with the free.
But that relationship the other was an agreement.
Listen to me. There is nothing in the law called agreement and a breach of contract except where there is a bride price paid. Breach of trust is when they are paid your bride price. Conversational thing, they just pass it. Recently, get where seminal, you see a lot of review came up. Or baby, Ali Bermantia, Berman in your one dear Marana, what gun and they say, yeah, far idea, what if what dear Mauda. That is what Samojan's girl, their marriage was declared never to happen. So she doesn't deserve anything.
So what should the girl do right now, Counselor?
She should keep on chatting the man and get rid of this prayer topic.
Best advice, Adema listener, no.
Get rid of the prayer topic, because such men cannot even be caretakers of such rich children. Get in touch with us. Let's give this child a better future. It is a mistake. It's unwanted, but this is a planned, unwanted pregnancy because the girl was conscious. If her story was that she's pregnant and doesn't know who gave her, but now she's giving us the detail that the guy in question claiming he's going to have a child. Such a robot. Onwale oba onyima who ye de so be wo. We mo nyina ya chichiri mind. You send a Ghana e bre with such human beings. My dear, who a wo kwako ewe ohun a only protection dwimienu. Yale wo ho, nyinse wo ho, di oba wi onu hwede ye. De to so bio. Se wo kwako wi a hwe wo hu hihye. Wonsu ani obi ntwe mpro onye wo ho ade. Memma ni ndi wusu because onye kum. Memon kasente a guy kase too much. Guy where there only guy we jai. Now on seeking for counseling on how to manage this man who has impregnated her, so that the child will have a better future and in long term she will have a better marriage. Not to this man. On 0277 609 644. But see how they are broaching there. Any crop, you two bata. January 20th, near do krum yami aduma. It took me fre +1 862 571 3950. Kai Augustin Conference 2023. A bus to 25th December. National Theatre. Medas Sebo Yami Shroud.
Next week, you better say,
Medas Medas Medas.
Facebook come out for be a man counselor about na yakamano. But then be announced our story be our person the matters of the heart. So number
ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome all of you once again to today's show. And well, it's a serious thing, but I know most of us will not be too much ready for the issue. This is the story. And this story is giving us an opportunity to be able to know what we are supposed to do. A simple principle. The story will be read again for us because Those of us here, we need to digest the story bigger than it is. And ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome the award-winning media personality of the year in the United States of America, my one and only beautiful, sweet Abena Cheboache, the 3G Media Award-winning personality who just left the United States of America, and she's shining in Ghana like Ubi Adepa Yedi Benkum Eji. Abna mi kwaba. O network nya metewase se baby a won ye frɛ ho Ghana. Ghana nso the network nya enye duabo eyente ase. Me da say hit the like page. Let's go. So the story is very simple. Those of you who are on TikTok, you saw the story before, and I'm waiting for readers for us as well. If you have the story, you can read it, and I'll be very happy to have a female read the story for me. I don't know where Abena is. I don't know where Belle is. But whoever has the story or can read the story for me, if you're on Facebook, I will give you the link. Pick it up and let's do it together. We want to discuss this thing extensively. It might sound like I just finished the story, but that was the time I was given. I will be ready to digest it deeper and better. Hit and let's go. 2K is too small. Can we do 10K quickly as we go and learn? The story is that unwanted pregnancies, do they become burdens? Should you make love unprotected as a woman with a stranger? What confidence does a woman have like that to give into sex with a strange man? You go for parties, you've not lost your head. And if they want to read a story for us again, I don't know where Abna is. If Abna comes, she has to read a story for us. Today I'm on time. And I have decided that, unfortunately, yesterday I made a statement and I want to take this opportunity to apologize. Like an acrobat. What was the statement? I said the numbers are low. So I've decided that it's better for me to change my time of coming. When I close, the number of calls I received, there are too many people at the backstage watching who don't even come up. And my lecture is affecting them positively. So I told them I apologize on their behalf and reassure them that I'll always be here. So I do justice to topics like this. Remember, tomorrow is a full touch on stepfathers like this story. This lady has finally gotten pregnant. And because she's pregnant, she's going to have a child. And unfortunately, because she's not married, in getting this child, she's going to enter into one time a marriage with a child. Hear me. The other guy in the waiting doesn't look ready, as it were, to be a father to another person's child. It's very painful that a lot of men are misbehaving in town. Let me tell you, if you think the value of counselors are not important, like Kanija said, that he doesn't believe in any counselor, I bet with Kanija that before he goes to his grave, he will be managed by a counselor and will not even be managed by a very well-qualified counselor. An amateur counselor will take him through a drill. That statement Kanija made and said he doesn't believe in any counselor. And if the counselor has anything, they should go and counsel their great-grandchildren. I mean, it's a loose statement from him. And some of you think counseling is nothing. I feel any man who can walk straight to the wife and tell the wife that I want us to check the status of this child because I don't believe this child is mine. I want to go and do a DNA for this child because the way the child looks, his color and skin, the way he behaves. Just this afternoon, somebody said they are in America. And before then, there have been a lot of stories I've heard. But just before I came on the show, somebody said the husband just came home and said he sent the son's picture to the mother in Ghana. And the mother said in their family, this is not there. So he should ask the wife again. What is not there? Gap tooth. What's Siabema? And the guy came right to the face of the lady and told the lady, said, "Send an American into and so I'm going to DNA kits near checking shit. We are some of the two can be jam. Onim the ebesi. No, so and that's what my husband told me. That he's not sure the child is it. So we should go and do a DNA because the mother said they don't have gap tooth in their family. So where is it coming from? And you have the heart to go and look at your wife's face and tell your wife that I believe this child is not mine. So let's go and do a DNA. Are you normal? Is everything okay with you? Were you born by a woman? Are you serious? And your mother sitting there under your father's nose cannot advise you beyond what you are saying. But your mother can tell you this to come and ask. Oh, man, some of you are too stupid with no apology. Very stupid. Because for you to be able to look at a woman's face, a wife to be precise, and tell her that I don't believe this child is mine. You see how this guy is blowing, he's not making a lot of noise. I've impregnated her, oh, she's my child, oh. All too soon, we'll get to a stage where DNA will be demanded, and then a woman will become a laughing stock. I've told you several times that there are some children that were given to some mothers mistakenly in the hospital circle, not because they slept behind. If you check and you think your wife has cheated on you, no. If you have a feeling that your wife can sleep with another person apart from you, and you are still married to that woman, among all men, you are a disgrace. I'm telling you. And I asked the woman, what work does your husband do? And it's painful to hear what your husband does. It's very, very painful. Yeah. So be with such an intellectual brains. To me, yeah, way. Seek for counseling. Immediately, your mother told you that the child doesn't resemble you because he has a gap tooth. Talk to a counselor. Talk to a counselor. What is it? Why? Now you've left this woman in a very bad shape. The man is not even caring what he has done. And the woman says, well, counselor, I want to go for the DNA. But the first thing is that I will take a decision after the DNA. I say, you are right. Take a decision after the DNA. You are right. I support you. But before that, come for counseling. Come for counseling. So let's be careful the way we are treating the men and the women we are with. And when I closed immediately, somebody called me yesterday and I felt so sad that the wife will get angry and break television, break his phone. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? And I said, Master, have you gone to report to the police? He said, my pastor says it's spiritual. We should take our time and pray for her. The girl is destroying your properties and they say it's spiritual. Take him to the police. And I'm going to discuss that thing very, very much recently. Right after this topic, I'm going to discuss another topic after Agrada's 2 days. I have 2 days for Agrada. When I finish Agrada and step parenting properly, I want to ask, is it wrong to report your husband to the police? When husband is arrested, is it wrong? What is it? Well, Abna is not coming. Violent girlfriend. I mean, some of them, you need to beat the hell out of them. But if you touch them, you get a case. So take them to the police. Counseling will be given to them at the police station. Now, I think I have to read my own story to welcome the rest of you who are here. So that what is the story? Leave them. They have money. Actually, who are those who have money? So let me read the stories here. You can read the story if you come on TikTok, because I'm waiting for any of the ladies to come and read for us. When the girls read, I'm voice here, poverty and bad adventure with a risk. I don't know what that means. Okay, so Sarkodie featuring Councillor Lutua's remix. Yes, Countryside. Yeah, that's a song. You know, we are learning. Thank you very much, Godfrey, for learning. Okay, so I'm trying to read your messages that are coming down here. Messages are brought to you by the. Why should is okay? Who should be blamed for an unwanted pregnancy, the woman or the man? That's the first question. Who should be blamed for an unwanted pregnancy? Is it a woman or the man? I asked that question for a reason. Is there any blame game that should happen? Who should be blamed? Who should be blamed? Very important. There are many a time that we tend to hold people responsible for our irresponsibility. We tend to make people feel they are responsible for our happiness. Let me tell you this, honestly speaking. Never in your life believe that somebody is responsible for your happiness. No, 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 no. Don't allow anybody to ruin your life by thinking that they are responsible for your happiness. As a matter of fact, happiness is as a result of happenings. So anytime there's an issue about your happiness, check the happenings. And in the environment of your happenings, always remember that there is an answer to every question that is asked. And usually most problems that you go through, the answer is in the problem. All you need to do is to find yourself a professional. Please like the thing and let's go. Once I don't have a reader, I want to be the reader for you. Because if I had a reader, I could have allowed the reader to read. Usually I feel very happy when others are reading from the other side. So you can read it. Echo can read it for me if you have the rights. If you have the message on another phone, you can read it because it's on your WhatsApp, Echo. All right. But whilst I wait for Echo, I want to ask if you know the whereabouts of Abner Sugar, the class rep that must come and read for us. Tell her that we are waiting for her because she was expecting us to come late, but we have tweeted her. So the story is supposed to be read by Abner Sugar, and she's not here. Whatever she's doing, only God knows. I don't even understand. But let's give her the chance in the next 2 minutes as I read your messages. When she comes, she'll come and read a story for us. Please get ready to analyze the story. Somebody says, good afternoon, counselor. Good afternoon. Somebody say, bum. Ayo. Ganyo go back here. Ayo. Smart says, at least this will motivate those guys to work smarter and not hard for cash. Harder for cash. My man then. You ready? Hate my face. Can we go to 10K before Abner comes to read the story? We are going to 10K. Abner is coming. Abner is on his way coming. Ladies and gentlemen, she just picked a car. She sat in a car right now, and her car is not sparking. It's not sparking. It has sparked. She's coming. Abner is coming. Is coming. She's cleaning her face. She's cleaning her face. I don't know what she's looking for her face. Abner now. Yeah, day. I don't know people wedding. Yay, gay Abner. Yanko. Abner is going to read a story for us. But till Abner comes, let me read this one that the messages that have come here. The next one here is the counselor one is spoiling market. What am I doing to spoil market? I don't know. Then mine am spoiling market. What have I done that to spoil that the market? Please remember that 25th December is our conference, the Families Conference, formerly the Orgasm Conference, now the Families Conference, happening live at the National Theatre in Accra. Today, somebody told me a lot of people are coming to Ghana just because of December in December in EH. One consult in collaboration with Ghana Tourism Authority has endorsed this program, and all the people from the diaspora who are visiting Ghana are going to be part of this year's discussion. Okay, Eko says no. He's motivating guys to work smarter, to make good money before focusing on a woman. And I will stand by that word I said, that in this world, if you have an opportunity to chase two things, when a woman is available for you to chase and money is available for you to chase the money and the woman will come. When you chase women, money will not come. Chase women and you will lose money. But chase money and you will get women. I'm telling you the truth, no matter what it is. So if you're a wife to a husband who is working hard, encourage him to work hard. Stop disturbing him with utukwe and ukwe maya dang na ukwe as you see the kroma ye ukwe now baby corner the shower. If your husband is roaming like me and you hear I've impregnated anybody, keep quiet and receive the child. Hey, George Lutrot. I remember when that he was means came to talk about polygamy. They said because he has a certain wife hidden somewhere. What's the name of that guy? It's not think twice. But your friend said, Common Sense Family. Now his common sense is coming down. They say your common sense view. What tears in relationship? Obia baba baby dey meaning mun na baba baby dey as a motion ho na e fo ho na ejo musu aka. What I say? When the man was speaking, he said because that he was a warranting officer of a cancer actually. Well, I hope that's what they will say. But at my age, with my level of intelligence and with the sweet wife I have, finally the car just dropped it. Put your hands together to welcome the class rep, Abna Sugar, my love. Abna Akwabo.
Hey, oh, sorry, not me
homework. Mehusa, about what so most of the time we marry women who are educated not because we want them to speak English to us, but so that when we are absent, they can assist our children to do homework. So I find it sad at times that common homework that your wife who has first degree can do, they still call you and say, now I'm here. And call homework near the about me who are no cry. So they are stopping you from the last deal you are supposed to do because of the children's homework. If that keeps on happening in your house, employ a teacher at home to teach your children. Don't force yourself to get home early. A man who closes from work and goes home straight has a mental problem and has no deal in town. You will be poor for the rest of your life. Counselor, you bring trouble. Say it louder. I don't know what you say louder. Abna Sugar must go because she is louder to the entitle the time wasters. Well, that's a message. I'm still reading your messages. I'm saying that who should be blamed when pregnancy occurs? When a woman goes to have sex and have unwanted pregnancy, between the man and the woman, the man who erected to have sexual intercourse with a woman naked, when pregnancy occurs, who should be blamed? Unwanted pregnancy, the man or the woman? Who should be blamed? Who should be blamed? Say oba ushi ancestor na ba krom ha obi ama mi ndi opd opebie di nca na menya ba ku bia makotiare unprotected. Who should be blamed? Me do Ghana na send me text. Usually say America for onyim wa omo friends send me text. Yes, I know WhatsApp with the test results. Yeah. They are sending text. Text, you could be a pregnancy test. Let's talk when you are free. You have a pressure too. So, girl at the near beer who feel pregnancy. Who can you girl or no know what time is it? What do I say? Dear Opeso keep ya qualano. What say? Well, Abna didn't want, or the other was so far, was so Captain Smart. The actually said, to say Abna must say, Oko Nemo, wouldn't how. And you're feeling ever my warning. I'm calling you, you are not picking. I'm calling you, you are not picking. If you know the disaster that has happened is higher than the Wenya flood, if you are thinking about what is going on right now, of course, what dam is small. You will get me and you will feel me. Now, Jimmy said, Marco Ghana, who check ticket a fee? Who one can say, who check ticket? A fee America. I bet Tuam or Ghana. I hope so. I abortion. Who ya Yansani? Who pesa who me ban? My Benyam who America. Now who frame na me far. What your ticket? If you America. After a first class ticket, Abakra, what is the reason I am pregnant? Are you serious? Now who be here? Who say then you have to pay for my in and out flight ticket? Oh yale! Oh yale! Oh yale! Don't say my counselor. Hey, Oba! be blamed when we have an unwanted pregnancy? Who should be blamed when it's unwanted? I've not a kind story now, my. Bring your answers. Abra, do you have the story?
Yes, please.
So somebody said disrespectful husband. Yes, a husband who can look at our face and say that our child doesn't have my skin color, so I believe that the child is not mine. Forgive him, but he's a stupid man among all men. How do you look at a woman's face and say, is 70 and back? Oh, say, DNA. Look, any man that can do a DNA over your children, when the results come and the children are his, don't break away from the marriage unless you feel like leaving him. But immediately the results come and the children are his, let him compensate you. But from that day till you die in the marriage, make sure that anytime he wants to have sex with you, you charge him in dollars.
Hey. Critical.
Yeah, but how can you look at the face of a woman and say that your mother says the child has a gap tooth? So you should cross-check. Now, in the family, we don't have this. I have a video here. I've not gone to Ghana, so I've not spoken about it. A young, beautiful 32-year-old woman sent me a video and a painful conversation. And she added, "Counselor, I'm not asking for money. I don't need money. I need your help." What is the help? She's giving birth to a child. The child is 5 years now, will be 6 in December, 12th December. Only to find out that the child cannot talk. So the child is cerebral palsy. And you know my foundation, we take care of cerebral palsy children. The husband who did the wedding in Accra, that wedding, most of you saw it on social media, is claiming that because this child is coming from cerebral palsy, it's not for him. That his penis doesn't produce cerebral palsy children. Oh, mama, no, papa. In their family, won't say. And had the audacity to tell the woman, say, there were 2 options. Save your marriage by terminating the life of the child. And now for Akwara, come maybe I didn't feel by it. And the woman in the audio, or see when they got married 2 years ago or so. Yes. I'm worried 2 years into the marriage, not December. So at least, and pie bon. The man says, and pie bon no koy no. Or the dad and echo bosum bisu ni afa bosum baman. And the family says they want to give the man a new wife who can produce a correct child for her. And from the day the child was diagnosed to be cerebral palsy, the man has never had sexual intercourse with her till today. Why? Because she has produced a sick child. Hey, are you serious? Are you serious, men? Why, men? Are you serious? Hey, Jimmy. So you respect the woman you are with. When it comes to issues of doubt, if you believe somebody can sleep with your wife and you are still married to your wife, you are a stupid man. I repeat it all. Anytime you keep on saying that I suspect you are sleeping with your boss because of the things your wife have been telling you, I suspect you are sleeping with this man. I don't believe you and this man are just nothing. Anytime your husband can open the mouth and tell you that I believe other men can sleep with you and he's still married to you, he's a stupid man. Think twice about him. What is it that you don't want counseling? Times like this, all you need is counseling. So we tell you how to speak. If it's DNA you want, come, let's help you do DNA. Even without the knowledge of your wife, it's better. And you can do it. Why do you rub it in the face? Why do you rub it in the face? Like Asamaja's own. Although he came to apologize that he didn't bring it to the public, but somebody took it from the court and brought it, fine. But I told Asamaja from the beginning, if you were doubting the paternity of your children, do it behind the scene, quietly. You don't do it. And ask the woman, in the DNA of a child, we don't need any sample from the mother. It's a paternity test. Only provide the child. What is it? Are we not learning? Can't we learn? and stop abusing each other. I'm waiting for Abna to be stable. She's not being stable today. What is it? What is it? Abna, you stable now? So the third time we clap for you, we'll charge you to pay. And because you are late, Abna, your lateness, we have found you to give gifts, that the most expensive gift on your phone. Release it before you read the story. Count.
Okay, let me do it.
Go ahead. The most expensive gift on your phone. So once Abna is releasing the gift, I read the spirit will run into the brush.
I'm going
when they get to the police station. Oh, yes, yes. The spirit will run into the bush. Thank you, my dear.
I'm coming. I have to recharge. My balance is off.
I will wait for you to recharge. Now, for your lateness. So Abna is there. That's my sweet girl. You can join the team. The other person said, when the lady destroys your property, report them to the police. When they get to the police station, the spirit that is disturbing her will rush to the bush. Yes. I said, we'll discuss that thing. Is it wrong to report your spouse to the police? Assembly siena mibu yefu misumbu ntemfu sa obema bosa ya china afina obusuafo obompe wasema ba police station say omo ba ba yi asem na kofie mo ka se ejimifo ne yete ana na police commander na obi ana ya boa obesi ene no. Don't bring yourself. Abna no is near to or she just so 5. Abna, can you imagine that yesterday after this long time of talk, when I closed, he said you had only 4 gifters.
Oh, how?
Yes, after 4 hours of talk, 4 gifters.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to charge them. Please.
What I didn't Abna, thank you.
The gifts. But I won't give to your crowd. I won't like it. I won't tap his screen.
And it's all winning yet.
No.
Abna,
we permission from now it's me tapping the
Yanko, your mommy. I mean, read it. Let me hear you. Thank you, Big Joe. Call. The story for today, ladies and gentlemen, and now to the story of today.
Okay. Hello, Sibo.
Yes.
I'm pregnant, and my boyfriend thinks he's going to be a father. The truth is, he's not the father of this child I'm carrying. Because anytime we had sex, I was in my safe period. And this pregnancy is 3 months old. I was a bit reckless and got drunk at a house party I attended with my friends, while my boyfriend had traveled out of Ghana for a conference in the UK. The party was hosted in the countryside house of a very rich man, and it was just his friends and a few of their small boys. My 2 friends were already dating 2 of the men, and after everything came to a close, they moved to their individual suits with them.
Yeah, suit. I like the word suit. That means that the house was solid. Suit. Yeah.
Thank you.
A boy what taste suit. Wonderful. Intelligent girl. Not one of the rooms.
So they connected me to one of them.
So there was a connection.
He told me to just keep him company for the night. I was lonely, so I agreed. And unfortunately, we had unprotected sex. And I was in my danger zone. I really haven't met the man again, but we text and talk once in a while. This man doesn't know he impregnated me.
Abna, hold on.
My boyfriend.
Somebody says they can't hear you.
Oh, really? Okay, let me start again. Oh.
No, they said they can't hear you. They said no sound. What's happening? But I can hear Abna. Oh. Those on Facebook, can you hear Abna reading? TikTok says they can't hear you reading.
Oh, wow.
No sound. What is happening?
But please, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but most people are writing that no sound. Even a course says no sound.
Okay, let me go and come. Let me go off and come back.
So go off and come back. You know the business. So, ladies and gentlemen, Abna Sugar, the class rep, is reading for us the story for the day. She has read to a certain point, and our people say they can't hear. So once you can hear, tap the screen, release some gift. Keep tapping the screen. Do it together. Let's go. Competition. Back, drop and come back. Okay, she's gone. Hit the screen. Hit the screen. Hit the screen. Come on, let's go. Competition. Let's go. 70. We need to double up by sharing to 100. We are coming down. Instead of going up, we went to 90. We are back to 68. Can we go faster? Move ahead. 70, 71. No. Go back. 70. Go. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see if Abna is back. Abna, thank you for coming back. Let's welcome Abna again with a clap offering because Abna, let's go. Abna, greet the people and let them testify that they can hear you before. So we don't want to go back again.
Everyone, can you please hear me now?
If you can hear Abna like I can hear her, please show us by writing or by releasing a gift. If you show us a gift or send a gift, say yes, or release a gift, meaning yes. We can, yes. Okay, let's go. One person say yes, somebody say go. Oh, yeah. Abna, the yes is more. Let's go. The story for the day.
Hello, Sibyl.
Yes.
I'm pregnant, and my boyfriend thinks he's going to be a father.
He thinks, eh?
Yes. The truth is, he's not the father of this child I'm carrying. Because anytime we had sex, I was in my safe period, and this pregnancy is 3 months old.
Okay.
I was a bit reckless and got drunk at a house party I attended with my friends, while my boyfriend had traveled out of Ghana for a conference in the UK. The party was hosted in the countryside house of a very rich man.
Countryside.
And it was just his friends and a few of their small boys.
Yes, my God.
My two friends were already dating two of the men. And after everything came to a close, they moved to their individual suites with them.
Suits. I like the word suits, not individual rooms. Suits. My God. What the suit?
So a big girl's talk.
Na me can suit ni just say we wan ko enye kwahwe akwa meeting. My God. My God.
They connected me to one of them. He just told me to keep him company for the night.
My God.
I was
lonely.
So
the girl was lonely. The man was alone, but the girl was lonely. Keep the word. The said man was alone, but the girl was lonely. I taught you that no man becomes lonely. Men are always alone, but women become lonely. So you've heard a story clearly here. I will explain further. Yeah, go.
I was lonely, so I agreed. And unfortunately, we had unprotected sex. And I was in my danger zone.
So keep the words. It says, unfortunate. They had unprotected sex. So she was aware. She was not drunk. She was not under duress. And then she was also in a danger zone. She knows that she was not safe. What?
I really haven't met the man again.
Yeah.
But we text and talk once in a while.
Wow.
This man doesn't know he impregnated me. And my boyfriend, on the other hand, is excited that he's going to be a dad. I can't live with this forever. Please help me.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And this is coming from a unanimous person who sent the thing. Thank you, Abna, for reading. Abna, what is your take? Before you go and join them to share the page and hit the like button. Abna, what is your take? Okay.
So the girl should call the man and talk to the man. Say the last time they see say naba. No man no side of the story. And no ban so assessing so here ban at that moment and I say here ban.
I say I'm friend this busumi mi ansa o.
I no busumi ansa no only who can so have a self talk with herself say what pepana na so on pepano. After say we meeting man on the man nakasa no then don't take it from there.
So
the boyfriend should know say a banana because a casa any day in there or need to hit her heart.
No, but the first thing that Onion said, should he call the man before assessing herself?
No, she should, yes, or assessing him. So I said, no one has a cast of a so or Ibana, and then we have to be fair man. Because of a so there's no need to obey man.
Oh, so you are saying, sir, who take decisions of us or terminate your opinion, sir? Yeah, one money.
Oh, but if you want a money, the pandemic say, what do you want to do?
But do you think it makes sense to tell the person before you terminate?
Oh, you have to tell the person, you don't need to pay banner.
No, but on also an insane.
Oh, say you are not so pay.
There be on also an insane.
And you know also an insane.
So you have made a decision, sir. Good. And to what also an insane and make a decision, sir. Me to me for day and chin. Me need. I don't know. I don't want it. Now one a money say, Ombros can't go ye. Ombros can't go ye and not letting our one a money.
Oh, David, that's all mouse can't go. You say from the story now you read, ordinary girls are. On your ordinary girls are.
Thank you. It's not me bisa will say. What fanny saying? Say me tea. Na OPD me baby ebia ba no media. Oba me nyema se opeso yi a eso bo mamane ana.
Oh, okay, maybe there's some person me and about money. Remember who said na me no ye ni same by.
E ho fa so ne den.
Oh, at least my satisfying my conscience. No way who say ni same.
No, what conscience are you satisfying?
Like letting you know
that
I didn't hear any say PM.
Enti.
No, I'm not pinning it on you, but you can be.
So if you're not pinning on me, why are you telling me?
Oh, I say
Thank you. Me and why are there? And I make us say, I'm not my idea. My thinking is not right, and nobody should forgive me because in the first place, I'm not. You know what? You see what happens in Vegas.
Stays in Vegas.
So my bedu. One yam. Who person yin sen. Now who friend ya catch them. Denti.
Me from a catch up because I can know a share ye di we na ka ye ni contact they are fine. Me taking a decision. But this is the case. I say once a while more call and some more test. It just say communication war.
Matua say, where you are not ready to keep the child, why do you talk to me?
Oh, me, I'll just let you know.
Why?
I'll tell you.
When I mean to us, that. But our act was it to bring something like this out?
Not at all.
Medua Monsika dia fa uba kofi. Onyi ma asa abon mani ayden.
Oh. Baby, I mean the make just for courtesy's sake.
Well, this one I will take everybody's opinion on it because Abna, I think that thing must be corrected. There be no upper bar. You will see, assess yourself. If you want to keep the child, and I'm basing on your word. When I assess myself, I am not ready to keep this unwanted baby. Why should I let him know?
Now you're ready to keep the baby. I don't think you should inform the man.
So that's why you say, would you ever catch them? So be him poor. What I mean to us here.
Some may catch on. I will say, Papa, and yes, a fun keko.
Not then now, Benya womb.
My catcher.
So you have a bad record of termination of pregnancy with this man. Or keep a record of termination.
It's just between the two of us.
Says who? Maybe I call you the from an acquire and unless and a doctor be ambaho.
Oh, then there's no name me.
Ah, Obia. But you have a record, sir. One year muda.
I can't stop me. Come on, Kaka. 1 year me that 1 year me. My papa will 1 year me. That's the bottom line. 1 year me.
But Yansa will
share no 1 year me.
Nasa no onim so to minimum.
Hey, I did with the dicey counselor. They miss show.
And to say, guy, no, again, and yes, you should say. Or better, okay, keep your child, no, and now, or better terminate.
Yes.
It's your decided, who said, or better terminate here. What do you also about Panama? I am
Panama.
It sounds of Pescadia got terminate here now. And now, oh, yes, sympathy. Oh, yes, sympathy.
Oh, just sympathy, like somebody to be there for her during that moment.
Now, there for her, they be there, and then you want to say, or better than, or better now.
Now, abortion if you'll be friend, okay, at least I'll be feeling okay, Capra.
Okay, who ye? I am here. I am here, pa. I am here. I am here. I am here.
Baby, that will be feeling down. It's only so yeah, shoulder to cry on.
Me, I'm in America, me, Ghana, we have me shoulder, me to send it on WhatsApp, TikTok, and other. Now we East Lagos. Men so me wo kuntun say who hear me show that or fine bed so come right now or what? Countryside. Abla you go share or countryside. Oma jene na ma ibi. Network ne call. Abla be kwa samba. Well, and that is the story of the day. So a young lady is pregnant, and the boyfriend thinks he is the one going to be the father for the child. But the lady says that it is only the woman who knows the father of the child. And Pastor, is it good the lady must inform? Pastor, it's good the lady must inform the guy before doing anything to it. Well, you come up and come and explain to me. And remember that our main discussion is on how to live with a stepchild as a man. And we are discussing this because this girl's keeping the pregnancy is right now building herself for a future marriage with a stepchild. Keep that in your head. Good. So I am reading, I'm giving you punctuations and my worries in the story and my take. Today I'll bring you in very fast. I've said it before that when it comes to pregnancy, there are three forms of pregnancy that I have discovered and I've titled them this way. I call one the unwanted pregnancy. I call the other one the unplanned pregnancy. I call the third one planned pregnancy. The other thing is that according to social law and the statistical services in the whole world, children must be born not by chance, but by choice. And when they are talking about having children being born by choice and not by chance, it means that every child that must be born must be planned, because it is said that statistically, more than 68% of children in our world are unplanned. And that is dangerous because jail terms, wayward life, all these things, according to the survey, is bringing to bear the reason why children are not properly cultured well, that they are not raising them because they are not planned for. And we learn from that particular lecture that babies must be born not by chance, by choice. So you need to plan before you get pregnant. So I have three forms of pregnancy. The first one I call the unwanted pregnancy. And that is where I see this one. What is an unwanted pregnancy? Unwanted pregnancy is the type of pregnancy that one will get herself into, not because during the act of sex you want to be pregnant, but you go for fun, like this countryside people, and all of a sudden you realize that you are pregnant. This girl's story is not, she's so brilliant, intelligent to be pregnant. And unfortunately, she didn't meet a man like some of us. If you meet men like us, I don't eat pussy. I have not cross-checked your status when it comes to your safe period. Once I'm erected, I don't lose my mind. I want to be sure you are safe. I say it every day. My wife goes like, Adekra, why are you so worried and so afraid? No. I want my children to be planned. I don't want children to come unwanted. So unwanted pregnancy is the type of pregnancy that occurs between a male and a female, a man and a woman who are having fun, and all of a sudden, the other party, who is the woman, comes back to report pregnancy. That's one. Now, there are also times that you meet people and what some of you call one night stand. And that thing, I have never understood it. How do you give somebody sex? Oh, be woman in one nightclub. What be woman in one unprotected? Hey, Musradi. How on earth? I mean, you don't fear the area you're going, because any vagina that you have not fucked before, or any sex organ that you have not been welcomed into. When you are going, you hear names. Selassie nyabe mani ba how. Mama cry Eddie and one cafe. Na kufuadu awenye ndia otafili mu okoye. Na last time they see. So when you immediately you see the vagina is speaking. Samson abe maybe sorry ekasa. When the male organ is erected, is speaking. Wow. Unsuaba. I'm in atafli adi if fesa. I think I over I shit you. Unso over bedi. Ure fee. Hey. I'm not there now, but you'll be there now. I shall send I do big one so much. The ass block. Me buy a man some say where Miriam there. So at the end of the day, every organ is speaking, but we can't give any respect to the voice that is speaking around the organ that we are talking about. So when you find yourself having sexual intercourse, not because you plan to make babies out of that particular intercourse, but your whole mind is that these acts is for fun. So like this girl, they went to the countryside away from Accra, something I wish to do. And they were not living in rooms, they were living in suits. Now it says, self-contained before the beer a womb. Yay, we are seeing there. So this is what happens. So once you have sex and it is not planned, it is called unwanted. And that child is unwanted till they go back to their grave. No unwanted child can be converted to wanted, no matter who impregnates you. Once you didn't plan that this pregnancy, this act of sex should land in pregnancy, it is an unwanted pregnancy. The second one is called unplanned. Unwanted, unplanned are not the same. So unplanned pregnancies are pregnancies that occurs in marriages where Mr. and Mrs. Kobe are together, but they have decided that we are not ready to have a child now because our first child or our last child or our third born is still young. And we're looking forward to make sure that when he starts kindergarten, before my wife should get pregnant again, or this is the last one, this is our fourth born, and I think it's enough. Let's work to take care of them. Then all of a sudden, what happens is that you find out that your wife is pregnant. So here, she is legitimately married. She is Mrs. Kobe, and she has no trouble in having a child. But because children might be planned, immediately she gets a child, is called unplanned. And especially when they have come to see a gender chatter like myself, that they have 3 girls and they want 1 boy. And I've given them the time so that they've come to me and I've given them sex chats based on so and so, have sex this time, take this pill. When you come to me, I tell you the pill you should take, what medicine you need to take so you can build a particular level of eggs and let a man release a certain level of sperm so that when I combine things, I will let you give birth to a girl or give birth to a boy. I will not sleep with your wife. So they have come to me and I'm planning for them a girl child. All of a sudden, they hit at the wrong time and another girl is in the making. So it becomes an unplanned pregnancy. So unplanned pregnancy is where you get pregnant in marriage while the two of you have not discussed it. Say, I worry. And this is what we're going to do at the orgasm conference this year. Things we don't tell women, things we don't tell men in the chamber. Now we do through. I said, I got to go, mommy, and Numa now. Maybe Jack can answer send chair. Now, you are worried. Or better, I worried so that was through instance. What are they then? Also, I won't have a funny sense. Men, poor men, young women can't share. Now, I won't me all can't you pay. I see and say, Yamina, the bad man, Yam never do, Yam never do, Yam never do. The Biamu, we are so young, Bonusona, the what is it done the Natas, who are on your baby, or Pidio, baby, on your baby. As young one, you went to bear money, won't find us away your own plan. I could wait, dear. Now, entire plans so by your friend unplanned. The last one is called planned pregnancy. And we are sissy. Your last born and now your third born in 82 years. Your chesana may either one ding tia. And I'll be a wood tier. Answer na benny moida wawda. I say, or baby or benny assassin so I won't ding and son of a. Before you impregnate a woman, make sure that the clinical status of the man is balanced, of the woman is balanced. Sorry. The clinical status of the woman is balanced. And you too, the woman, make sure that the financial capability of the man is fixed. Within planned pregnancies, these are the things you should look for. How fit is the woman? If she has delivered before, the last time she delivered, how long has it been that now you want her to get pregnant again? So before you impregnate your wife, whether she has delivered before, she's about to deliver, make sure that you seek for clinical advice so they see whether she has the capacity to carry pregnancy. This is what a husband does for planned pregnancy. And once you plan the pregnancy, you should also plan the gender of the child. It is only a loose talk when I hear people saying they are about Bema to me and Obansu to me. But I've never heard any man saying they are Bema or Obansu to me. This is the difference. When they give birth to girls and you ask them, why don't you have a boy? They say, they are Bema ye be Obabe to me. But I've never heard them when they have boys saying that they are Oba Yeno Bema Subeti. I've not heard it before. Because I dear be any assassin so buy a bit Bema bit my head. Bema to me yet your buy yet da. Yamin Jimmy sir. It is a one only my one man 1 year Casa Jadia Kikano, only my 1 year. We are Bema who are Bali Bema. Now we tell ye on Crofako Shia. Ah, yeah, chila with that, the other one. Papa first would the say, oh, now what's your yes, Yamina Dima, when I can't say, a Juma ya Fire Matunchia, Uba Uba Bema. I said, dear Bema to me and baby and to me yet. Dear Bear to me and Bema be and to me yet. Or Bali Bema Nyape, Nya or a da Bali Bema by a pen. Nyangupen you nyambe guasi. Nyame ambo ne bema bi ape. Know that truth and stop tickling yourself and stop laughing. So planned pregnancy is where you plan when the woman should get pregnant. And the first thing you consider is the clinical stability of the woman. So don't just impregnate your wife. Let her be pregnant because she's clinically strong. Any complications she's having, let it be solved. Physical complication. If she begins to complain, let her go to the gym, build her system up before you impregnate her. So planned pregnancy is where a man and a woman are planning when to have a child. They also plan the financial capacity of the man is also needed. So you don't get pregnant and the man says, hospital. I feel so disgusted and disgraced that your wife has gone through 9 months pregnancy. And after she has delivered, you are walking around asking money for you to pay your wife medical bill for her to be discharged. I don't have pity on such men. Because even if you don't have, and from day one, when your wife got pregnant for 9 months, you are saving 10 Ghana cedis every day. Health insurance in Ghana, if nothing works, I know that free maternal delivery works since Kufuor's time. Nobody can cancel it because it's an act of parliament. And if you go to a polyclinic to deliver, if you go to a polyclinic to have CS, even under the health insurance and free maternal delivery, you should not have your wife lie in the hospital because they say come and pay so that they discharge her. Or here you stubborn proud. Where you don't have money and still your wife doesn't have health insurance. Are you serious? Are you serious? Your wife has delivered. You see the nisu chin. Tomot money no. What's a woba? Now they have insurance card no. Who they have insurance name call hospital hako tomot abrel irano. Such stupid men, I come and meet them at the labor ward and I feel like slapping them. And you see a beautiful woman lying down with a roof rats as a husband, just carrying a male organ. Your wife has delivered, and she's being joy here and there because she cannot be discharged. You are happy a philanthropist walked to the hospital and discharge your wife on your behalf, and you come on TV, you come on social media. Say on obebwa me yi me yire fi hospital ha wan bank amanim de be nyankopon onhyira no pa onodi oyire onodi no. If you head potters who don't have what it takes and they don't have men responsible for them, and social welfare will come and discharge such people, I don't have a problem. If there's a huge amount of surgery and a philanthropy is coming to do, I don't have a problem. But where women have delivered and their husbands whose name are in their folder, and they can't come and discharge their wives. Your wife is pregnant for 9 months, and you can't save anything to come and give her a befitting discharge. I met a man whose wife just came to deliver a very beautiful child, and they got down, and the man says they were walking from Kolebu to the Trotro station. People, you don't know where I live, like I'll show you the distance. More than 100 miles from Kolebu Hospital to where the Trotro station is. Carrying the woman's things, and the woman, the newborn mother, is carrying the baby, and they are going to sit in Trotro. So they go, hey, are you sick? At least for once. The baby and the mother, can't you rent an Uber? Get that money for once and give value to delivery. So you see what planned pregnancy does? It gives you the opportunity to plan these things. Because, I mean, look, I had a friend who was even admitted. Before she was going to be discharged, I tried my best to make sure that even from the hospital to the house, how much is going to cost? She doesn't sit in Uber every time. Because she can't afford. Not because she doesn't have the money, but within her budget, she can do that. But once she was delivered, discharged to go home, I make sure that at least for once, you can't talk us, no for car, taxi, and coffee. I'm friend service, and I'll be one for service on the coffee. So planned pregnancy, will not call it the proper pregnancy, but it gives you room to know what is happening, what is coming. So that is the third form of pregnancy. In all these 3 types of pregnancy that I'm talking about, the unwanted, the unplanned, and the planned, none of them will be called bad because the children out of it are not human beings. No. Children out of all these 3 pregnancies are human beings. The only difference is that their state of mind at birth will always be affected as a result of the type of pregnancy that their mother went through. Hit the screen. So for you to marry a woman and become a stepfather to the child, the process by which the child came into the world can affect you becoming a father for the child. And like I said yesterday at point number 13, never ever think you are going to change the name of anybody's child. Don't declare any child fatherless so you can change their name because you are marrying their mother. If there are some offers that are for you in your office, free education, free travel, free ocha, free onye, and for that matter, you want the child to benefit, don't change the name. I remember my big girl, because she had some opportunities to enjoy some things, and it demanded that it will be more better when she changed her name. I said, don't do it. Don't try it. Change of name will bring you trouble in future. If you're a woman watching me, listening to me, and you found yourself with a guy who wants to marry you, and because you share the story of the way the child was born, he feels pitiful. He is behaving like he loves you more than yourself. He's behaving like this child should be mine. He's behaving like, let's make this child ours. Let's go and do adoption for me to adopt the child. Let me change this child's name so that he grows to become like me. And you are like, yes, I want to agree. Hey, think twice. Because the child will grow and come and ask, where is my father. Because no father is absent in the life of any child, except your mother want to make your father absent. Keep this. So yesterday I told you, never think of marrying a woman and change the name of the child. It's not part of your rules. You are not qualified. You are not even qualified to go and do adoption. So as you go as a stepdad, go and meet a woman with a child, and the way the children came should be a concern to you, not with much details. Women, stop the detailing. So this girl is pregnant, and she falls within the category of the unwanted pregnancy. Even though the pregnancy is unwanted, she is having unprotected sex with a sex partner she called a boyfriend. And because the guy was eating and somebody else was eating, the guy is believing that he is the one who is responsible for the pregnancy. But it is only a woman who can tell you the father of the child. And the woman is telling us here in the story that a certain man impregnated her because the said time they had unprotected sex was at a particular gathering where the boyfriend was out of town. So she knows the father of the child and have not told the father of the child that you have a child with me. Then comes, anyhow this guy got to know the lady is pregnant. I pity her. I don't know why she went to tell the guy I'm pregnant. I don't know whether the guy saw within her first trimester that she's having signs of pregnancy. I don't know how come this guy got to know she was pregnant. But now the guy knows he's pregnant. And the guy is happy he's going to become a father. But the lady says, no. The father of the child in my womb is the man I slept with at the countryside party, who I have not met again, but once a while we chat. I get in a picture here. Now, based on this, she wants help. What should she do? Should she give this child to this prayer topic? Or let the prayer answer hear that you've impregnated me? Who is the prayer topic? This boyfriend who is making noise, I'm a father, and has not paid your bride price. Young man who has been with you and have not gotten what it takes to marry you, but is happy as impregnated you. Hear me. If a guy has not paid your bride price, and you get pregnant and he jumps and is happy you are pregnant, be careful with such guys. I told you the last time, when a guy tells you get pregnant so I can marry you, watch him twice. He has a mental problem. How can you demand pregnancy from a woman so you can pay their bride price? Are you looking for a baby making machine? Or you are looking for a wife? So don't tell this guy at the moment as we speak, you are pregnant and the guy is claiming ownership. Can you straight sit him down, tell him that as for this pregnancy, it's not yours? In the first place, you need counseling to learn how to break up from this guy. When a breakup happens, he will make to know that you are carrying his baby. You can either do a DNA before delivery or do a DNA after delivery, but not to make a mockery of yourself. Once you know this pregnancy is not for this guy, my sister, ASAP, break up with the guy immediately. That's the first thing you need to do. Break up with him. Whether you intend to keep the pregnancy or not, break up with this guy you're going out. Don't tell me, yes, even though I'm pregnant for somebody else, I love him so much because we've been going out for 7 years, and people will talk that, why, how did people got to know you are going out with him for 7 years if you were not the one saying it? So my first advice is, Nadia, if you first and foremost think, what do you want to do as a pregnant woman? I want to keep it. If you want to keep it, then the next thing you need to do is that have the courage to give the child a father who is a legal, legitimate father for the child. You make a decision. It's 9 months journey. Your stomach is going to come out. Everybody will see you pregnant, but you can still hide the man who impregnated you. And that is one thing I like about women. You can hide the man and enjoy till you die. The child can know who the father is. The public doesn't need to know who the father is. I don't know who's understanding my confusion. So that's one of them. And once you make a decision that I want to keep the pregnancy, the next thing you need to do, remember that you are now going to enter into any marital relationship with a man coming to your aid to marry you and become a stepfather to your child. So a man coming to live with a stepchild like your own, there's a decision you are going to make, young lady. And the decision is, I want to keep this child. Once you want to keep this child, and the said guy you've been going out with for God knows how long is not the father of the child, immediately break up. Don't separate. Remember, there are three types of annulment or break or nullifying or dissolving relationships. When you are not married, you break up. When you are married, you go for separation and you go for divorce. So like the two of you, what the two of you are doing is not married. So you don't go for separation. Immediately activate breakup. And when you're breaking up with people, you don't give them reasons for the breakup. I don't know how come the guy got to know you're pregnant. But my first advice for you is to break up with this guy if you decide to keep the pregnancy. Once you decide to keep this pregnancy, break up from this guy. Don't stay with him. No matter what plans you have, whatever you have bought, the rings you have bought, maybe you are preparing to marry. If you have in your mind you are preparing to marry such a guy, why will you go and get pregnant and keep the pregnancy for 3 months? That's the question. Because according to the lady, she's been pregnant for 3 months after the party. 3 months. And this pregnancy is 3 months old. So you kept it for 3 months. Whilst it's not for the guy. And the right owner have not been told. So once you took such decision that you want to keep the child, the guy has found out he's not the father of the child. Don't tell him now that he's not the father of the child. First and foremost, initiate breakup. That is going to come. It's the third thing you're supposed to do. So the first thing is to make a decision, young woman, that I want to keep this pregnancy. Immediately you make that decision, seek for counseling. Come and see a counselor. Seek for professional counseling with your pregnancy. Don't go to your pastor. Don't go to your mother. Don't go to your father. Don't go to the friends. Once you make a decision that I want to keep this pregnancy, go for counseling. And in going for counseling, you have decided to keep this unwanted pregnancy. Have a discussion with the counselor so he will help you make an informed decision. That between the two men, you love your boyfriend, but this man you met once has impregnated you at the countryside. Then a counselor who is a professional will walk you through a series of topics. But the last point will be, if you have decided to keep this child and you want to give this child a father who is dead, not that the father is dead, break up with the current guy. Immediately you break up with him, he will make noise, he will misbehave. And one of the things that he is going to do immediately is to tell everybody you are carrying his baby. And that is where you let him know clear that the baby I'm carrying is not yours. Let him go and hit his head to the wall. You are not married to him. You've not committed infidelity. You have been faithful to yourself. You know what time is it. You get it? Yeah. And if he insists, don't fight him. Tell him, don't worry. I will avail the child for DNA anytime I deliver. I don't need anything from you to take care of this pregnancy because it is not yours. Who is it for? He is not in that capacity to know who the baby is for. So don't share with him. Yeah, you got to clap for this boy. Hit the screen, 20K. So now he knows that the pregnancy we are talking about, you are broken up with him. He will go around and spoil your name. Get ready for name spoiling. Hey, what is happening? I hear you and Juliet are no more. Oh, yeah, so can you imagine I was sleeping in the same room? I've loved her. I've bought things. I want to marry her. And all of a sudden, she's pregnant with another man. He says the child is not mine. I know she's lying. She doesn't want me anymore. Whatever he's saying, don't go and respond to anybody. Once you go and do the breakup, come back for the counselor to manage you. And in your management, now the counselor will tell you how to communicate to the man who the last time you had some time with. Because as at this time, you are only chatting the man. You have not raised any alarm. But it's 3 months now since the last time you met the man. And you are at fault that for 3 months you want to keep pregnancy. Whoever impregnated you, you kept silence over the people. Now we are going to help you generate conversation with the man. And immediately you have a breakup and you come to see a counselor. We're going to create a chat with the man. You're not going to involve your mother. You're not going to involve your father. You're not going to involve anybody. As it is always done. We have to send a delegation to go and no, it's not yet time for delegation. Because you know that the man you went to sleep with is not an ordinary simple man. And this act was not meant to produce a child. But it is your decision you want to keep the child. So now that you have decided to keep the child, and you have dealt with the Antichrist, the prayer topic, immediately you deal with the prayer topic. The prayer answer is waiting for you. How do we go to the prayer answer and go and deal with the answer that God has brought? Who is the prayer answer? Is the man who you went to meet at the rich man's party. Do you get me? At the rich man's party, this is the man that you slept with, and the two of you are still chatting after sleeping unprotected. The conversation the two of you had has made it clear to the man that anything can happen. And that is why if you are watching me and you want to have unprotected sex with any man, create a scenario, create a conversation that will leave an imprint on the head of the man that in case I get pregnant, what do we do? Because even though I'm ready for you and you are ready for me, I believe I am not safe. Have this conversation as a woman. If you are not safe, let it go into the mind of the man that I still want us to have sex. I am not ready to fight you. It's not by infection, but I am not safe and I'm afraid to get pregnant. Some men will talk you out. You know, they're shaman boys. They will tell you, I will do coitus interruptus. I will pull out. I will not pour inside. Say, I am still not too sure if anything happens. And because a man's sweet moment is his weakest moment, he will tell you, don't worry, whatever happens, we'll take care of it. Then you make it clear, at my age and where I am not ready to abort. I don't want to do an abortion. Some will say you are boring. Okay, so let's forget about it. Apologize and say, okay, I'm okay with it. I'll still keep company. I'll lie on your chest. You say, I don't want you. Leave me alone. Can you go back to your room? Maybe you save yourself with such a conversation. So the story that assumed when you went in there, or you didn't say anything, because the man was too rich and he was influential, when he said, let's do it. You too, you were honey because of the ginger honey chips you chewed. And so all of a sudden you open up. Here in your presence, let it rain. I'm coming to you in the next 5 minutes. So you bring your thoughts on this conversation. Please share the page. I mean, I'm not bothered too much, but I think it also makes a lot of good things when we see people go. We go to 90 and we drop. Can we keep tapping the front and let's finish the conversation? So I'm going to hear the conversation as a counselor. you had with the man before the sex. And always women who like sleeping around, once you are fortunate to meet an erected male organ, remember the story of Tamar and Judah. When Judah said, I was going to give you a goat, he said, what do you have as a promise for me? So that when you come to share the goat, I'll give it back to you. And he took the star. Don't enter into any deal without you having a portion to win. Have some realities in the tip of your fingers. Let it be part of your plan. So don't just go into a deal like that. Be sure you are going into a deal to win. Don't go into a deal to lose. So when you do these things, I will hear what you said. If you are not fortunate, you are not fortunate enough to be able to keep a record of a conversation as a result of your chit chat and whatever you're doing, then you've lost it. But we can create a new conversation. This is where the expertise of the counselor comes in. How do we announce the pregnancy to this man? His denial will not add anything to it. How do we get in touch with him? We are going to help you establish the fact that the two of you were in the same room. You have to establish a communication that the two of you had sex. So we'll teach you what to do, how to start a chat, to have a record of what happened. We can't say all here because but at this time, your decision to keep the child means your future is going to be with the man who will become a stepchild to this guy. Well, you will not be wrong as a young lady making a decision for this child because the future of every child is determined by the mother. And I say this every day with no regret. If you grow and realize that your father is very rich in society, thank your mother. If you also grow and realize that your father is among the useless folks who are still counting their fingers to make sure that life will become better for them, regret and blame your mother for choosing such a man for you as a father. Who knows? When this girl met the answer to the prayer topic was still now gathering money to marry. Now you are determining the future of this child. We need to work around the clock quicker so that this child shall have a better place of birth, not in a manger, but in a palace. Because a rich man's son should be born in the palace. Except there are controversies that the current king doesn't want to be dethroned. So we want to kill the child like Jesus. If they were accepting that Jesus was to be born, he could have been born in the palace. So the palace is a big conversation. I want my child to be an Australian. I want my child to be in Britain. I want my child to be a US person. So I want to determine where the child shall be born. I want my child to just be born in Ghana, but in one of the most specialist hospitals in Ghana. Well, so you determine the future of the child. All too soon, you are starting a life that in marriage, you are going to have a stepfather for your child. So this girl's story is straightforward. Maybe she gave into this sexual intercourse because she wants a better future for the child. And if you're watching me as a child, don't grow to come and blame your mother. If your mother allowed your father to impregnate her and today you are enjoying the labor of your mother, even though she didn't give in as a wife, but today you are a citizen of America because he allowed a certain minister, a certain judge, a certain pastor, a certain lawyer to impregnate her and give you a future. Be careful and keep quiet and enjoy. Not just that, there are some husbands who too are becoming too known. So I met a man who went to attack a certain minister, an ex-minister. Oshiano Kochiano. Honorable Apofe. I say yes. Bakodi, I say I. Only Charlotte. Say Charlotte Bang. Hey, minister, I don't know. Charlotte, girl now no call UCC now. Onya first class 5 no. Then now you're minister for agric and animal research. Yeah. Hey, no to say no here. Only about debut. Or me my wife is here. He's a nice person, pal. See, so I dear you, Marco Farmer dear. I had the idea. I should hear pa mine. Miss me to us why. But I just say Michelle. And can you imagine the husband when the husband came back home, came to tell the wife Charlotte, and then guess who I met? Or see who? Guess who I met? My father, my fucker. So I'm not kind. Was it one? Minister Porfi. Hey, who she anyway? Oh, program be asking. Wow. Now, oh yeah, say now, or see, some catch and say, me na my waro. Odiwe we jam my waro. See, did you do that? I say yes. But what's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it. So I do that. I don't do that. This is how their problem started and the story came to me. Who said it? It's the wife who narrated the story. Hear me, you. Be careful of what you tell your husband in the name of love. Some of you, Jimmy Dosso. The way you bought your house, shut up. The way you bought the land, shut up. The way you traveled to Dubai and slept in all the expensive hotel just to come back home with 20,000. Shut up. Shut up. Not all men are qualified for such information. Some will not use it against you. Some will. How do you go to Minister Apofi and say, my wife is a see the lady you dated when she was in school throughout, and you bought her house? Recently, somebody just came and was saying that I know that when you are talking on TV, shut up. You, as shut up. When this so and so man bought for you this place that you started a school and the school collapsed, who has spoken about it? Stop talking about people. And she kept quiet. I said, how did you know? Hey, shut up. Shut up. Somebody write, shut up. Because the British shut up. And I'm more flat back over Senate flat more back who are dead down. Hey, sir. Oh, Obi come with you. I'm more flat you. Oh, that's good. Then come and hear the husband. And catch her in your toma. When I got about flat for her to say, now on here, see the actual plan or tour down or homano. And then such a foolish husband. You don't give them information. So hear that one. So a child, don't come and attack your mother when you realize who your father is. And a wife, don't share too much information because you want to get a stepdad for your children. So stepfathers will learn that in this time, you should have details about how the children came. It's not like a Siama marrying a Grada who already was married and the marriage was in the space. And a Grada had children already. Yesterday till today, I've still not gotten the detail about Siama if he has children or not. But the Siama is going to take care of adult children in the life of Agrada. And we will learn tomorrow what a Siama is supposed to do so she can earn the respect from Agrada. But being a stepdad is fine. And now to your answers that I want to read. Thank you, Fancy D. I'm done for today. I'll continue tomorrow. Now that the lines are open, the lanes are open. If you want to come up, just make a request because I finished my this thing. As I go to read messages coming up from Facebook. So let me start. Nanamba Ringchiwa, if I will start with you. Let me see. Okay. So I'm starting from SS Job. SS Job started writing, and the first thing he wrote was my Eva said my Zazi. Thank you. And then face off channel. Nice shit. Thank you, wise man. And SS Job says share will share. And then Esther just says, okay. So I call the featuring councillor Lutrod, countryside. And then SS Job comes back again to say, he's spoiling the market. Me, I'm spoiling the market. Shame on you. And then you come back to the number in Chua saying, shared. Thank you very much. And then I have Nana Marinchua writing a whole history here for me. Nice one. It says, I don't want to believe the story is real. Hey, my generation has lost its cool. Has lost it too. Nana, they've not lost it. This generation are thinking faster like our great grandfathers. Barbara, thank you for coming. Thank you, Barbara, for all the emojis. Kenneth says blessings. Thank you, Godfred Fianco. Thank you, Josephine. Hey, hi, Josephine Bading. Charlie, thank you for coming here. Thank you very much for joining me. And then it's the woman should be blamed. Okay, so she's answering. And I'm is saying that when a pregnancy occurs, or unwanted pregnancy occurs, we should blame the women. And that's what Anama Rinchua is saying. Let me go. Kenneth says the woman should be blamed. Thank you for that answer. Josephine says, thank you for picking me. And Barbara says, women should be blamed. Thank you. And Share is coming from Nana Rinchua. I feel sad for men in these times. Yes, you should feel sad for us. Thank you. Barbara says, loud and clear, they can hear I'm Sugar. Thank you very much. I'm not Sugar, they can hear you. The lady should abort the pregnancy case closed. Well, this is somebody's call is that terminate the pregnancy so that you can go back to that your prayer topic, who is the boyfriend. Prayer topic is the boyfriend I'm talking about. And then let's be transparent here. Okay, let's go. Since you where is their right? Where is their right senses before this happens? Both parties should be blamed, should be bold to resolve this without causing harm. I think he was trying to answer that why you want to terminate my pregnancy and you want to tell me first. So you can please make a request and I'll pick you up as I'm coming. We'll not keep much time here today because we have to close. And then he said, once the pregnancy is 3 months, it means she herself wants the baby. She should tell the boyfriend and accept any outcome. This is coming from Josephine Bading. Josephine says, tell your boyfriend and wait for the outcome. Mark comes again. Texan says, and the correction now is first settle it with the other guy. If he will want to be responsible father. If he says no, then you do the necessary. You do the necessary. Please don't stress on innocent men or the baby. Okay. Josephine comes to say that after all, broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. Well, I like the term. Broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. Wow. Barbara sends me an emojis. And then I came Benjamin. And then such a disgrace. Well, Kenneth says such a disgrace. I know which one is such a disgrace because the girl is not married and she's going to have a child. Someone says good show. Justice says that. Ghana, come and learn, please. Thank you for telling them. Olivia. Great counselor one. Thank you so much, Olivia. Hi, it's Botswana. Thank you. And Olivia says, SS Job says, share. So I've done very well today reading much of the messages. I just laugh out loud. Amarin Chua. SS Job says, subscribe to Counselor Luto to YouTube. Thank you very much for that particular information. It says, this is very deep. Shut up is written by Barbara. And Fancy D has also written, shut up. I've read your message. I've done well. Hey, I hardly do that. I hardly read the messages, but today I think I should thank myself for doing what I hardly do. So thank you very much. And then let me see those who are here. Abna, you are in right now. So Eko is here, Abna is here. And let me hear from you. All right. So my first question is, who should be blamed when pregnancy occurs after unprotected sexual intercourse? Abna, do you have anything you want to say about it? Who should be blamed?
You are the receiving end, so you should decide whether you want it protected or not unprotected.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Because so we didn't protect us.
Okay. Betty, thank you for coming, my love. I miss you. make a request and let's have a discussion. So, okay. Now, the other part is that I've just given the breakdown on what is happening. What do you think the lady, once she wants to keep the child, I just said you should break up with the prayer topic. The prayer topic is the boyfriend.
Oh, I see what can happen around me.
You're serious?
Yeah, very serious. Let you know, on the boyfriend break here, and she's okay. She's happy. Or prayer and said no. Or prayer topic no. I saw her on Friday, and she was looking so happy and well. I was like, wow, girl, you did it. Yes.
Wow. Because the prayer answered is already an answered prayer. Yes. This prayer topic, you don't know when the answer will come.
It's a reality, like a tour. You just have to talk to yourself and know, say, okay, banana, as counselor said, you just seek for professional help, and then you move to take it from there.
Yeah. And I told you, the people you don't go to your pastor, don't go to your friends, don't go to your church, don't try any of them. Seek for help. There is help available for you. Wow, I hear that. I like that. All right, okay. Any other point before we go to a call? What are lessons that you think we should learn from this one? Because at the moment, this lady is going to grow to have a stepdad for the child. Well, there's no way that this man is coming to marry this woman, no matter what this man says. You understand? So the prayer answered have come. But now you're going to have a husband that is going to manage the child. We are talking about managing stepchildren. Do you believe that we should share all stories of how our children came with the men who want to marry us? Should we give them full details?
No, I don't think so. Someone full details. No. Because as you said, in my man, I thought you're so open now. Children, they're using it against you. Oh, yes, so open. Truthful, my bear, my bear can be there. Oh, now me kwa ha, me sano, me wo school, me na me wo say. Ochine be only nyan to kaka krabi pe no refer.
Oh, okay.
Or refer when to your information, baby. I ne ha.
Okay.
Information be what keep you or who be who won't keep it. Some kind. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Okay.
Yes, dear.
No, what happens in our shaman stays where?
In our shaman, my dear. I say a shaman dem, and I dem no snow where it was a closed door.
May walk find it out. Now, do have a yen papa. Now, all catch them in your yen papa. Which one do you think is more reasonable?
Go and find out. No, go and find out. You go and find out and believe what they are telling you than what I don't tell you.
Really? He still has it in him.
Now, listen. No, listen. So a stepdad to a stepchild gave the detail of how the child came into existence to another woman that we're having a chat. And the woman went to speak to the daughter who was in the same school with the guy. See how it is. So, on country will be but obe worry me no obo me amane say na be amagina to me abofra. So I'm a stepdad to the child. Ye di nkomo na papa no wan kan kwan bone so de ba o kan ye. Say ti say me share me yire. Me share abna no. Na akola no nete no. Na ni papa no mfi no. Ayem se kumsimba. Kumsimben. Mu kumsin ya na owo stores bebre wotemeyi. Then I come. Adwa kwantema papa. Adwa kwantema papa na de abna wo ye. Enti abna ba na ye kumsin dia. Me se ye kumsimba. Hey, now be any. See, you no be in my head. Say me, now here na kura ni bedi. Me and my channel sa, my channel sa from 6 time and worry abna. And I kura say see ano or level 100. No say I was school ben. Ah, how many now University of Ghana? Or ya then? Or ya accountancy? Ah, or ho ben. Or kwafo ho. Sa, me ba na so campus o. Say be obenim no, no anybody din komo. So the guy now on campus heard who the father was. And the detail how the mother became pregnant. And that is how the confusion started. The woman told the husband, and the husband told a friend. They say,
so the friends who on campus will tell friends.
So then the story started running. Somebody too are going to tell a pastor about how it happened. And the pastor just have a discussion with the wife. And the wife has gone to tell a member of the church, and the thing is spreading. The girl wants to stop the church. So I say, look, I'm encouraging you that it is better for you to go for a professional, talk to a professional. But there are things you have to talk to a professional and leave that roof rat you want to marry. Leave the prayer topics.
Counselor, what do you have to say about?
But if you have a prayer answer and a prayer topic, which one will you go for?
Counselor, for all you know, can I lady know him say maybe you on a prayer answer?
And I mean, Kano, I can't da chintin and mamma koda wakoji. Ose.
Because your boyfriend, that's the only say with danger zone, man. You do everything to protect yourself.
But she said it in the story. She said it in the story.
Yeah.
She said it that they have never had sex while she was in the danger before, so she knows. Hey, but you've gone to an environment where the place is full of prayer answer. Then you leave the praise back to prayer request. Are you serious? Hey. Now, Echo, this week, did you know the prayer we prayed this week? The prayer we prayed was that anybody that God has destined to help me, may God frustrate you to come and help me. Yes. Because there are times that if your helpers delay, you become disgraceful in town. So you pray that God should frustrate them. And there are times that look, destiny changes come in so many ways. Maybe we are seeing this as a wrong move, but this could be a right way to change the life of this girl and the future of this child. We have to help her. And a destiny. Now, so now, Obi Owa, and send the money ye. There's so many Ebansena and Ebansena Tema, Enya Perez, and your man or my father Elodin. No, the Perez.
This is the case again on Pese or Peso Yin and also was about Panamani.
Mimi point in the say, Menyemu now Peso ya. I don't know catch them. Sell by Jessica. And I didn't know about your money. Mamini won nam menyemu as long as minim so you're responsible. When you bear nam na uko yin sen kra ni sika. Your point be bre fa so Jesus can times 5. Eti ade na abom ya mane na mene won na menya record say girl we kram na mene na use 5 times. It's not a good record. Every man will love look, all responsible men will want to go out with very responsible women. Oba ni bumfu obedi watem. Oba ni bumfu ode wo asem be catch you. Oba ni bumfu be catch you the sacrifice I've gone through for you. And I've gone out with you for more than 5 years now. If I'm a bad girl by this time, I should be able to go and tell your wife that we are going out. If a woman can look at you and tell you this one, think about her twice. So there are reasons why you're going out with young girls as side chicks. There are things you look out for. Unless otherwise she wants to keep the pregnancy. And if you are going out with a married man and you get pregnant, you want to keep the pregnancy, first and foremost, consider the outcome. Because I love you. We are at peace.
Yes.
We have a unwanted pregnancy. And you think of keeping the pregnancy. Have you considered what can happen if it blows out there? If you can keep the pregnancy for 9 months, I'll help you go and deliver elsewhere. We'll name the child. The child will know that he has a father. I'll do whatever I'm supposed to do. And you stay in your lane, I stay in my lane. The child will grow to come and meet the siblings. No trouble. Not when I impregnate you and say, no, me, I can't do that. Your family must hear. They have to hear. Your mother must hear. Your wife must know that the children have. And they will call you one day and then ask you, And so, how long is my son going to walk here and believe that he's alone? He's asking for sisters, although he has 2 sisters and 1 brother. Every day he wakes up in the morning, Gina is disturbing me. I don't know. It's frustrating me in this house. And I want another baby. And I want another child. I want another child. I'm not ready for you to come and impregnate me again for me to go to what I've gone through. But the child I'm having here knows he has other siblings. When will you go and introduce the child? Are you sure you are asking a very foolish question? Are you sure? We are sure so going to show Junior to his siblings. What will he add to the life we are living? I don't want to introduce them. Not now. Even when the baby Jesus had power, Joseph has to run away with the child from the chamber, from the manger. So it is not everything. Some of you rush too much. Boss. My boss called me one time for some discussion in his office, and my boss was surprised I rubbished the case. So one of our boys have gone to impregnate somebody. And can you imagine that when the girl told her she's pregnant, say, Charlie, I am dreaming. The girl's mother and an uncle came to the office, came to see my boss. And my boss invited him into the meeting and told me what the issue was that Ubaba Akuna girl yama ama said wanyemu and or banning and shock and befa so I begging the salary in their share akulana man. And I asked the woman, Madam, I'm sorry to ask this. As we are talking, if your son is this asimesi, will you be happy when this is done in his office? This is my boss. This is not the father. So when you come and tell the boss this, and the boss sacks him from the work, what will happen to you? My daughter doesn't know the father's house, and we don't know anybody in Accra. I hear he's coming far from the north. So we thought that the best place. So we are coming to the workplace to do what? What you are doing now, we will sack him from the workplace. What will you get? And then we'll take it to police. I said, so why didn't you go to the police? Did the guy rape your daughter? Madam, hey, young girl, how old are you? You see, I'm 27 years. So 27 years, you follow your mother to come and ask for your pregnancy in their office. Did the guy rape you? Don't you know the guy's house? Madam, this thing you have done, although we'll support you, we'll do something for you, but this is bad. How much at all do you need that you have to come and disgrace the guy? Hey, the uncle was shocked because that's not what they expected. So my boss said, "Yeah, Fred boy and Imbra," and I'm saying, "No, let's behave. This has never happened." And that's what I said. Yeah, behave like this meeting has never happened. But we'll make sure the guy will do what he's supposed to do for you. But be sure about you saying, "Enya bufu ni adiko bisa nyense." Autonomo na afaniko police station. Undo baby eso ye ni da no ni da. Defilement. But don't go with anger. Me tie me sofo panyin obi ko kan say ma nyem no no frame me meet here megu nani mase. Oh, my senior pastor knows me too well. Even my wife. That I've impregnated you and you go and see my senior pastor. I will disgrace all of you. I will disgrace you at my age. Even when I hear your parents are calling me, they are calling me, what's the matter? We want to see you because our daughter says if you impregnated, I'll disrespect them. I won't go. What do you mean? We should know how life is and we should live it in the right way. We are not children. If somebody rapes you, report a person. Defiles you, report a person. But not when you give consensual sexual intercourse like this one. Well, thank God people don't have questions today. We are going to close. Go ahead. If you have a question, a contribution, I accept it.
Echo, do you have something to say?
What happens in Ajama ends up in Tema. And the fair market for Ghana, check out this year. Ghana, because Nima boys and Achaba boys, I want both me say market. She more yam December. And got we all in one.
So, or 2 years for Senabe, any better home.
But there were a
Say one up
when you February, I can't say. This may have a papa will be to me at the car.
Bogus, see, I will walk at this question, no walk up, take a time with China mobile gun like the giddy sign man in it.
Conflict will be here. Now,
Councillor Chea, dear sir, it's mobile gun, papa.
I'm on your careful, sir. Bogabano be do a Shabogani.
If you had no Sudan.
And Bogabia, but Obio took one fear man on the bag and be a boga, but you said Boga Ben would do Nigeria for a cry a bogus. Sana war ya ba Israel, so Shana Israel, Nibia fly and man be do uncle. So the child you produce immediately makes you start a relationship with a stepfather. So this girl will end up starting a relationship with a stepfather. Let's learn it. Well, in the absence of no further questions, we will close early. Go beyond Yentraha for 4 hours.
Oh, how?
Gift beyond wine. Will be on your request. Now, I thought so. I didn't actually. So, out the questions are straightforward. Do you need the dog or anything? What is a poor man looking around love? Now, oh, here who are there for whom? Abyssinia no. Fancy D says they should protect themselves when they go for the Christmas chopment. Please advise them. So somebody is advising you that when you are coming, work with condom. I give free condoms to women, and I don't give men free condoms because I respect a woman that you meet to make love with and says, I am not comfortable for you to have sex with me without a protection. I love women like that. If you are not sure when it's not on, never allow it to be in. That is a very good advice. Thank you, Fancy D. Very important. Any other question?
Tap the screen. I bet our friend me or the your life. Over be some question. Abi Zara.
Lady Shine one here, and not me who next me who.
Lady Shine, she moved. Say, Manu Ebuyimeka.
Hey,
Measure of let's know. Presidential candidate forms in the hour. Let's the Baco. Presidential candidate forms in the hour. Open first lady, yeah. Okay, right.
And some history has been made in Ghana today, and I'm very excited for the Side Chick Association as a shadow president for the association. The indisciplined side chick, the only error that has disgraced the family, Sairam. The case has finally been dealt with, and she has been charged 10,000 Ghana cedis to be paid to the man.
sad.
Very sad. Obi why a side chick? You have 3,000 a month. You had that amount. You talk amount. Minim the okọ dada and say onkonko din komo. Ahomaso tantan o de court. Enne wagina niso. or no form on daddy. Look, once a boy, always a boy. There is no boy that can ever be bigger than a master. No matter how your master is broke, when you become rich, you can never be richer than your boss. Even when he's broke, you cannot. So be careful when you find yourself as a young girl who is going out with a very influential rich person. Be careful. Most of you don't know how to respect because maybe you are thinking otherwise. See Sayam today. This rent after 2 years, can you pay? How can you disgrace such a man in public? Bring chats and conversations out. I'm happy the court, and that's why I tell everybody, don't be afraid. The court is there to bring justice. We are overwhelmed by the lessons today, so we don't want to have any question. Thank you very much.
It's really happening.
Yes.
Rebecca said it's just a story, but it's not just a story. It's really happening.
Unfortunately, these Tuesday stories we get, they are stories that come directly into our box. We only edit names because some are bold to mention names. That's all. And there are many. We always choose one out of many. So this is a real story that really happened. And then it's a lesson to the rest of you. Going to have sex unprotected, wala wala. And you'll be an edin semeba, ubi di yalebeba. And just born ben yiba. All right, Weld.
Baba.
Yes.
Hey,
when I would to me and this guy didn't allow me to sleep. By 5 a.m. in Ghana, he's calling me. That's about 2 o'clock here for me to come and do a TV show. Oh, Mohammed. Mohammed, you know, boss. As a Ghana, they have a network problem. Why are they?
We have been blogging name,
Dini are they? We are world celebrity blogger. Why are they? That's what be a word that. We a word that. And I said, why did you power? World celebrity blogger. Well, celebrity blogger. Uni abaye usha abaye bi nyinse no ko yi nyinse no an kanchira. Ubefu ana oti a ebe ya oya na.
But so far as I mean, what is dinner, yes, Abadia. Now, could you go there? So, I will bomb a man and I say, Benji, yes, and into Alakoidia, coming with the case. But one man, I went, now could you use any good I know what.
It's only a so catch though.
Of course, let me know your relationship.
And only no relationship, only a so catch the one.
You are so many wallow, but the men who want to the woman, my ya, whether you could, which we say, now, they win your best watch.
Let me I'll catch your daddy then. We're celebrating brother. One year may catch your daddy then.
And I said, what is that? Yes,
Mempe. Yeah, Yemi, she shall say a benny move. And prehunin send Abba. It may bore maniac day. Now, yes, a possibility, yes, Baba. Main penny say. Eti me no yi ahihye ho a ye wi ya ho no. Ya wi ya ho se ebanyim ne ya gi yani.
When father abena was there, na me na bena si so no ma. Na ye seba. Na bena ku ye wa mama ya we. So I fair to be.
Na wo a wonyim no why fair to her?
One way or the other, no. Maybe I know the moment
Hey, Honorable Yao Fran, thank you for coming. Snow net Jayana. Thank you for coming, yeah. Me say one can yes, it's slow talk. Some of them share them in peer. And I'm a president and them crew or see slow talk. Me them may show her. I said me peer call slow show. Maybe in my essay ice block. There may be something say Oba one moba one boa man here. Bonnie Ben why? One can't tell no ko ye san so catch what then ya na obeye. Ombo man ye una wakote.
Okay, let's make what thing is area. Me to me dey me what thing so dey me you me this that me
And then I said the who yet am say who obebo man ya den na be ya man woman is ka ko yi anade.
The moment they are already there, they can't just okay, yes, Abba. I had the other end that's on Abba. In this year, the way forward never day. You
Me swani sen me be say me.
Okay, me over mama man there because me no me commit a crime. Because the moment of my abortion is in a form of, I mean, killing someone. Innocent child.
Etina me say me mbo wa man here wa onim killing fa ho. I say numere we obi banyim sa tete no sa tete adwena yanyim wane e de be tete I'm pregnant. You have to do something before I disgrace you. Say you jai. Ushia ba or know what time is it? Oyi nyi se nipa wuni. Eti wonam no wunim da say wanyim nipa wa na koyi. Tete na ye be hunahuna on nyi nsen. Bisas na me mpom.
I mean, what I would take TikTok, Tanzania, Mambo Bina, online, if you want the bar, and now I look at them and now it seems like it has becoming something else on social media. But I do say, upon all this, I never wait, and I have this some kind of a problem. People will start having fun here. Now, a baby to do not for any people for a while. It's not a maybe that especially we can say the youth now have your marketing your war before this is applicable.
To go for online dating. It's professional prostitution, and if you want to go for it, that's your own right. I shall move promax and do park. It will always become something else. So let's teach our people how to use it or how to not use it. That's all. Oh, my auntie or son, I be call you. This is son, I got December in GH Abbey. I'm an only for baby. Baby, I see one quarter anu baby. Then you catch a man. Yam prep bug and yen say, Yam boy a home by. Obi obedi obi kru. Ofi abrochi abeka to say me waleda. Bi hu mienu. 214. Chere won Bible. Chere won se na edi ni condom. No mo nja se me dem chi condom. Be ma share the first year the condom edino. Second day who di na no say, what is it? Is it that you don't trust me? No, why condom nephew? Jimmy sa. Invite them so when they meet them, they know what to do. Sanet here, yes, the one person I be person. Eti me da se bema. Nyame ya adoma ahomachi mesan hia obi o. Oh, eti one celebrity blogger, eya neja, eya Konako Sunny Gate. Asa we world celebrity blogger. O se de na aka dem.
Papa na say, na say, achina every man yawa, anywa aka, I that get to diga. And then this go wale and no obi ti say, o ma mo every to wale no. Aya wale na be manage.
Na so omboa. Say omboa, we di ye dada. Hana ko ware abrakwa. Hey, what celebrity blogger na nim story we ko research abrakwa hwana ware no. Matununua matununua matu. Matununua obi a wusi danda ha danda beka matununua matu shimiesa efia njana wale akasisi efia dani edani aboa bi na mkuru bye yeah David usiga se munye mbacho macho yeah prayer topic yeah prayer answer and I'm saying me person we pa mane amame na echire mu akọ didi awie ne entimentu a now they can abrem abna onko choba thank you also on the room or the suit me so me say afina abo aho ato iPhone 15 ibi 11 ba 1 to be 12 ba 1 to be 13 1 to na say na mati say 14 also obo aho akoto na the sika no go di abra ho agro me srew why with a fatina kumasi yosa well celebrity blogging sa or kumasi why well say microphone ye or kumasi a on the billboard in besin cry wouldn't be entia e man say na ye si kumasi ni abesi billboard won cry what be say adentia aha the course won cry and ye bi na course or kumasi no why Eja Mr. Kope Mr. Why say Daya na weswa Obinyami no
It is here now we will call online dating. What made you now also person your online dating?
Now say online now starting. And one man gabe hunu. The one man gabe hunu. What them? What na Kumasi di anka wa meto amani online dating na wa fa ho. Wa fa abehia abna egura hu ni picture kra ye mesho. Na enku kra abna wo nku odi sira ni na achi. Di odi sira ni na anim, di odi sira na anim, di odi sira na nsa. Eti wo na be ma wo nku ba ko na asira nkuto ya na asira wo ba bia. Me da se wo dwene ho.
Question, Papa, please.
But who will be actually literature or home?
Like that about now about me having authority over Emma command we new children say 15. Now which one command?
So, in my lecture, I said as a stepdad and a stepmom, when I'm raising the children, raise them according to age, stage, and gender. So if you marry a woman that when you are marrying her, she had a child before you came in with your child, the child in the house, which is your stepchild, is the oldest child that commands the rest of the children in the house. So remember, once you came into the marriage to meet older children, the older children have more power than the newer children. So Echo, if I answer you right, the answer is straightforward. This older child who is 15, who is 21, can control all the other children, even though she's a stepchild, because she's older in the house. And if you are raising your children, let the older ones learn from you, and the older ones should teach the younger ones. That is what you should do. So you learn how to reduce your labor as a mother or a woman in the house. So the fact that the child is a stepchild doesn't mean she should know how to do the things at home, and will begin to teach the younger ones under. So your daughter you brought to the house was a girl, and the girl cannot wash daddy's car, but she can do everything at home. Then you gave birth to a boy. Now the older one is maybe 21, and the one you gave birth to is 15. You don't expect the 21 to go and wash the car because she is a woman, even though you've taught her. Now that the other one has come, the other one must now begin to do the manly duties of the house. So Echo, it's a very simple principle. Whoever is in the house as old must continue running older style in the house. Whether it is their father's house, it's not their father's house. Once they are the older one, the other siblings should give respect to them. The fact that they are stepbrothers, stepsisters, doesn't mean they don't have power in the house. Keep that one in your head. Let me go to Fancy D. Fancy D has written a nice literature, and this is what she says. Let me read it from where I sit. It says, what about the female? What about the female who didn't tell her boyfriend that she was pregnant? She was MIA. Fancy D, what is MIA? Explain to me. She was MIA till she delivered. The baby, she delivered the baby before she called the guy to tell him that she left him because she was pregnant and she didn't know how the guy will react. She didn't want to terminate the pregnancy. She showed the guy accept the responsibility, missing in action. Thank you for the word. So according to her, what of a lady who will run away with a pregnancy and you will not know where she is until she delivers because she was missing in action? Well, when you are pregnant and you miss in action and run away, I say be bold enough to walk away from a pregnancy, from a relationship. Breakup should not be painful. Like I think Josephine wrote that a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. And I support that terminology. Break away and be free. Don't wait till it becomes marriage. So Priscilla, thank you for coming as we are closing. You are my last speaker. Let me hear you. Any question, any contribution? Hello? Priscilla. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with me today. Today we've learned something about this story. Tuesdays are story. And we've now learned how to be a stepfather, managing a child, and know how the child came. Limit details. We've also learned that unwanted pregnancies must be announced at the right time. Thank you for being part of my show. Remember that December Engage, 25th December is the family conference and the orgasm conference at the National Theatre Exhibition Hall. Don't miss it for anything. Call for your tickets on 0277-609-644. Thank you for being here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Councillor Lutro TV. Follow me on Facebook, Councillor Lutro. And even right now, as we speak, thank you, Abner, for the gift. Thank you so much. When I finish, I'll tell you that I had only 6. So when I count now, Abner is the 5th one who gave me a gift. You will finish a whole show and you have 5 people giving you gifts. Thank you very much for coming. And may God bless you and keep you. May you be able to do whatever is right. Remember that my numbers are there. +1 862 571 3950. Call me, and the same thing on Facebook. Call me whatever challenge you are facing so that I'll help you do what you're supposed to do. Good night, good morning, good evening, Accra. Bye bye till I see you again. Bye for now. I've closed. Mapong. Thank you very much, Fancy D. Thank you, SS Job. Thank you all very much for coming, and thank you for your support. God willing, tomorrow we're dealing with a Grades issue, and it will be fine. Thank you for coming, people. Join me. Bye-bye.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10.